And in the 50s, segregation was horrible. And in the 60s, and anybody that's got a lick of sense, you have to understand, if you research history, what that was like. It's bad, you know, really bad. I'm telling you. Let me get a sip of this weird. Imagine if you're 20-something right now and you're white and you're watching this clip, imagine that you can't drink from a water fountain. Think about that. Oh, no, not you, over here. Yep, you, out, back of the bus, all that stuff. Okay? You don't think that's, you know, you can know it, you can hear it, you can read about it, but you didn't live it, nor did I. But if you can just imagine just this much, just a little bit, what it would be like that you can't go into a restaurant. Just imagine someone stopping you at the door, going into a place of business because you're black. Try that. You know, we just go through our lives and not realizing it. As white people, we don't know, you know. And I'm not trying to be hip or slick, or I'm not talking, you know, any street talk or any of that jazz. I don't know, the cliche is keeping it real. Well, I'm trying to, because what I'm saying is making sense. It's imperative that people realize that. It's imperative to me that someone that's black sees this, really understands. I mean, that not everybody's the same. I mean, just trying to wear the shoes of a young black guy, you know? I mean, yeah, every job, they hire so many, we have to have so many. Could you imagine being part of that? Did you already get too many blacks, or can you hire me, or you already filled up? I see you have a couple black women, you got a couple black guys, but is that where it ends? Or can I get a job too? I'm qualified, you know? And don't think for a minute, like I said, that, you know, the generational, you know, people say, well, you know, again, everything's handed to them. It's not. They want the job, they want the work, they want the same opportunity, they want the opportunity. But sure enough, here we are in 2010, somebody's gonna prevent that from happening. You know, it's a whisper, you know, he's black, you know what I mean? You hear it, I see it. You know, I'm a musician, I'm an R&B guy. When I was a youngster, I was able to travel with Buddy Rich. A lot of people don't know who Buddy Rich is. Buddy Rich is the world's greatest drummer of all time and will always be. He died April 2nd, 1987. Wife Marie, daughter Kathy. Buddy Rich was, when I was a little kid, he was my idol. So I was lucky enough to travel with him and his band. I got on the bus, you know, and traveled. And I see a lot of musicians, a lot of drummers. I see video clips where like, oh, I got to know Buddy. He let me step up on the bus one time, you know. Well, I was on the bus traveling. And at the same time, Wayman Reed, Wayman Reed, a trumpet player who was Sarah Vaughan's, the singer Sarah Vaughan's boyfriend, was, I sat with Wayman Reed. And he and I had a lot of good conversations about race. You know, Wayman Reed's black, he was a trumpet player. Buddy Rich was not prejudiced, let me tell you. You just had to do the job. Because you know how Buddy was. He was like that. This is my band. So he was pretty tough, but he demonstrated, when I was a young fella, I was lucky enough to travel with his band as a guest. You know, they didn't need another drummer, but you know, I think I might have been my mother's lasagna or something like that. That he once ate, and I spent a couple of years off and on with him and the band. And I remember I had a good conversation with the drummer Buddy Rich in New York. His apartment was 34E, To anybody who knows Buddy, you'll know where that is in New York City. And the last 4 digits are 3888, that famous phone number. And he took me along, and it was a great experience for me. And at that point, I got to meet Butch Miles and other musicians, and people with Tony Bennett, and got to hang out with Jerry Reed, Nashville. And that led for, I'm a big fan of the Average White Band. Stevie Wonder, Frankie Beverly, Teddy Pendergrass, which is my favorite male singer of all time. I know a lot of Marvin fans give me a lot of heat for that, but Teddy, who we just lost not too long ago, is the end-all be-all for me. I have a rule with Teddy. I normally don't like to play his music till the sun goes down, if you know what I'm saying. So, but I spend most of my time when I'm not playing listening to a lot of Angie Stone, Shaka Khan, who's my favorite female singer, and stuff like that. Earth, Wind and Fire, huge, huge, huge influence to me. Maurice White, Verdine White, I'd faint if I ever met him. That was important to me as a kid. The music that got inside me, laying down that backbeat, snapping it, I mean kicking. Steve Ferrone, drummer, David Garibaldi, Tower of Power. I think some of you older cats listening to this know where I'm coming from in terms of the R&B thing. Well, that music allowed me to be around a different race. So I became colorblind. So that enabled me to see, hear, witness great things, tremendous things, things that could reduce me to tears, okay, other than the Ave Maria, which could too. But that, coupled with things I saw that were, you know, back in the 80s, were still sad, you know, for a lot of people that were black. And as a youngster, and being able to hang out with that group, with those type of guys, that's pretty slick. That's pretty slick. You know, I enjoyed it. I was lucky. My parents were pretty supportive of that, and played drums, you know, since I was a little boy. And that's it. Music is my first love, you know, and it's that important to me. So here I am, talking about, to anybody that's listening, I guess, how I feel about people in general. You know, I'm not so pro-black that I'm anti-white or anything like that. I just want a level playing field. You know, watch the news. Somebody, every day, something's happening somewhere where they get kind of ripped off, you know. It's heartbreaking. And you watch it on your television and you say, you know, gee, that's a shame. You know, well, it's real. You know, you think some 10-year-old little kid riding his bike that's black that goes into a white neighborhood, you don't see that white person on the front porch staring at him like, who are you and what are you doing here? You know, then the white person, they start with, all it takes is one. Just one, man, just, that's it, you know. Then all the jokes start. How would you like someone to talk about you like that? I don't think you'd like it. I wouldn't. You know, we can learn a lesson. We can learn a lesson. All of us, from black people, I feel, you know. Again, if you're listening, I'm not asking you to do something